Hello! International trucking is arguable, some of you might say. But technically I am going from one country into another. So I'm like international, it's near enough the same. So it's not that different surely than going from like one country to another in the EU surely. And this is about as close as I'll ever get really to proper international trucking. Yeah, because we don't go anywhere outside of the UK. But coming up soon will be the second Severn crossing. Could see it briefly just then, but it probably won't come into view for a little bit longer yet. The first crossing is just over there somewhere. And I'm stuck behind a slow Tesco lorry, which is useful. So there's the first crossing, built sometime in the 1960s, possibly 1966. Just over there. But we're using the more recent second Severn crossing, and it's a lovely sunny day. But don't let that fool you, it's still fairly cold outside, and the wind chill was fairly bad as well. So it's not as warm as it looks. Let's overtake this Tesco lorry now and get past it. Make some progress. So I've got a few places in Wales. I'm on my way to Barry, the same Barry that features in the TV show Gavin and Stacey. This was going to be a video of my first time doing international trucking, but this is actually my second time, as I had the first one sprung on me as I wasn't scheduled to do it. But here we are, technically doing it for the first time, but technically not. So there's the towers of the second crossing, I can just see them over there. So we're going to be doing a gentle curve to the right. And picking it up somewhere. It will appear in front of us at some point. I think we've still got the M49 to go past first. And there he goes, flashing us. Over we come. Thank you. Then we can let all the faster people overtake now at last. I've got some facts here I looked up this morning about the Severn Bridge. Well, it was Wikipedia, so they may not all be true. So, construction began in 1992, and it was finally finished in 5th of June 96. The bridge itself is a total of 3.19 miles in length, and the cable stayed bit you see in the middle apparently is called Chutes Bridge, because it crosses the Chutes Passage, which is the deepest bit that most vessels use to get across. Each of those towers is 149 metres or 489 feet high. There's 240 of those cables connecting the deck to the pillars. If I just get in the first lane here, and there's underneath us bridge piers holding up these first sections either side, and there's 37 of those. Since its construction, it's only ever been closed twice, in February and December 2009, because ice was falling off the cables. Depending on which map you read, some maps put this as the boundary between the River Severn to my right and the Severn estuary to my left. There's the first crossing over there. Probably can't see it, but it's over there. I can see it anyway. The Severn estuary here has the third highest tidal range with an average of 9 metres. It's only beaten by a couple of places in Canada, which is Ungara Bay and the Bay of Fundy, or Funday, or however you pronounce it. They're both in Canada, quite close to each other, near Nova Scotia somewhere. So here's the cable stayed bit anyway. This is called Shoots Bridge apparently. To cross this bridge costs you £6 in a car, £12.10 in a van, or £18.10 in a lorry, which I'm in. There's various ways to pay. I shall be using this tag system, which is all electronic, so I just pull up to the gate, it does it for me, opens the gate and off I go. So there's all the cables in it. 240. When the bridge first opened, it only cost a mere £3.80 for cars, £7.70 for vans, and £11.50 for lorries. So yeah, it's gone up and up over the years, and I suspect it will carry on doing that forever and a day. So here we are in Wales, almost. Sea going out there all the way to the horizon. A couple of islands out there, they do have names. I didn't look those up though. So we're coming over the mud flats. We are nearly enough officially in Wales. So there, international trucking. As well as crossing into one nation and then to another, it's also got a change of language. All the signs have the Welsh on them. Yeah, this journey to Barry isn't the most exciting, because about 95% of it involves the M4, so pick up the M4, sit there for a couple of hours, pull off at the other end, and there you go. At some point, a fair way down, we should eventually get to the bowls. Not the poles, the tolls. Booze even. There we go. Got there eventually. we're nearly there now already. Welcome to Wales, and I shan't bother even trying to pronounce the Welsh. Monmouthshire. Tolls, £18.10 for a lorry. That's me. So we've got to keep an eye out for the electronic tag gates, because that's the ones I want. It costs £18.10 to get across, but if you're going both ways it halves the costs because it's only charged going one way for some reason. I don't know why, but that's how it's always been. So go one way, £18.10, or if you go the other way it's free. If you go both ways it's about £9, 5p is it? So I'll leave it until we get a bit closer because we've got a little way to go yet. So here we are. Only looks like one booth's open today for the tag. Bit of a queue today as well. Got an hour to go before I'm scheduled to be at Barry. I should make that quite easy. I do know a lay-by you can pull into, so have a 15-minute break if needs be. In theory, I shouldn't need to stop, so we take it slow, leave a bit of a gap. He should go next. Up it goes, and it goes down. For me, you should say. Class 3 trip tag, £18.10. And away we go. Put the cruise control back on. Let the gearbox and the truck sort itself out, and we'll just keep on steering. So I've got to go all the way now to junction 33. Into Wales, which is a fair way, but not far enough that the English and the Welsh swap round. Because over here, near the English border, the English comes first, then the Welsh underneath. And the further you go, eventually at some point, the Welsh comes first, then the English. I don't know where exactly that happens, but it does happen. So I did do a day trip to Pendine Sands. So I do know it happens and I've seen it.